It's Oyabunmi, aka Daydream Austin, or the other way around. Welcome to another episode of My Orisha Journey. It's good to see you. So I wanted to try something a little bit different today. I've been letting you guys know that I do tarot readings and they are available on my website. But today I'm going to do a reading on destiny, right? So I have 3 groups of cards, which you saw a picture of prior to the start of this video. What I want you to do is meditate on those 3 groups and then choose the cards that are calling to you, right? And don't overthink it. Like, really let your intuition kind of lead you to whichever group is your group. I'll go through the cards, and it's a stack, so I'm actually only going to do 2 cards per group. And if you want, like, if the reading is resonating with you, there'll be a link where you can go to my website and purchase the rest of the reading, okay? That's only if it resonates with you, because this is a general reading, which means that, it's going to be a lot of people watching, and maybe, it'll resonate with some people and maybe not resonate with others. I've already asked that your higher consciousness, your Ori, come through and really pull the information that is going to support the fulfillment of your destiny and your well-being, because that's what this is all about. That's what the E5 practice and tradition is about. It's about aligning us, getting aligned with our destinies. So let's see what the messages are for today. So if you are part of group 1, this is group 1's reading. So the first question is, something that is calling me. And immediately we have this sense of emotional renewal in the Ace of Cups. So what's calling you right now is really just emotional well-being, right? If you were in a really heavy place recently, if you have come out of a period where you've just been so down and sad and bogged down and heavy, then what's calling you is this renewal, this freedom, this cleansing, right? It's like this awakening, letting go of those things that have, it's kind of like the remnants of trauma that we carry, letting that go and embracing something new, something refreshing, right? It's like if Spirit is handing you this gift of this refreshing cup of cool water and, giving you that coolness and helping you to move away from what you've been carrying so far. So I know sometimes when we hear destiny, we assume that destiny is automatically connected to our life's work. And a part of it is, but destiny is so much more. Destiny is what are those things that you do that lifts your spirits and keep you connected to your higher self? What are those things that you do that disconnect you from your higher self? Whatever it is, the question, what is something that's calling you right now? This is what's calling you. This is lightness. This is freedom. This is peace. This is renewal, cleansing, right? This like a sigh of relief. Like, I've been through it all, but there's something new, exciting, and refreshing calling that makes me light up inside, that gets me really excited. The next card is, why do you need to engage with what's calling you right now? Jeez. And the card is the 9 of Pentacles. If you are to tap into this new energy that's available to you, what will happen is that your sense of abundance and wealth will naturally start to exude and come forward from your being, right? You can't have this without this. You can't have your wealth, your array, your abundance, your good fortune without being connected to this sense of hopefulness, this renewal, this cleansing. You need it, right? You need it in order to be this refined woman or man who is surrounded by abundance, who has no worries, who is confident and comfortable in her surroundings. So it's just like what's calling you is peace. You see the dove in this card? Peace is calling you. Freedom, there's two birds in the cards, right? We have this dove and we have this falcon maybe. But both, birds represent freedom, freedom of flight. It's like your calling is to be free, to let go, to take off the trauma, the discomfort, all of the pain and the hurt you've been carrying, because in that you become this person who is surrounded by wealth. You are walking wealth. You are wealth. You cannot lack that which you are, right? So that is number one. I have a stack of cards here. If you want to see more, you can go to my website. I don't want to get stuck on one too long though, okay? So that was one. Group two. What is calling you at this time? Ooh, group two, you got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is a tricky card, right? And in the traditional deck, it shows this woman that's surrounded by these swords and she's blindfolded. But in this card, we see that this person is not standing there helpless like in the traditional deck. He looks like he's actually finding a way to defeat his enemy, right? And when we see the swords, that enemy is one's own thinking. So I feel like this, in terms of what's calling you, is to defeat the ways of thinking and processing information that have held you back in the past. So it seems to me like there's some habitual patterns of thinking, processing information, and seeing the world that have created this monster in your life. You have created this monster in your life, and you're being called to move past that, right? You can't keep doing this, because then what happens is this monster torments you every step of the way. So you're at a point where it's time to break free. And we see from group one to group two, the theme is similar, but this one is more about the thinking, right? The swords. So sometimes we can stab ourselves with our thoughts. We can defeat ourselves and become our own enemy because of these thoughts. Why do you need to engage with what's calling you right now? Hilarious. So let me show you something. So this really is a group reading. So this is the same card, the Nine of Pentacles. So why you need to leave that Eight of Swords behind, and you see the succession from the 8 to the 9, to the 9 of transformation. You need to leave it behind because your wealth, your abundance, your well-being will come from you fighting off that way of thinking, those habits, those patterns, all of those things that you have created over time, that have been created by your environment, the people around you, your experiences. You have to let go of that. You have to defeat your own inner monster. You have to see your shadow self and overcome it. And that doesn't mean suppressing it. That doesn't mean that it'll disappear, but it's like paying attention, right? Because character is very important. So making sure that your character is up to par, making sure that you're thinking and speaking and behaving in ways that are aligned with your destiny, because in that you find your wealth, right? That's group two. If you want to see more, you can go to my website. The link is in the description box. So interesting. Now, if that 9 of Pentacles comes up in this third group, Spirit is playing. So group 3, here we go. This would probably be the group I would be choosing, because 3 has been resonating with me a lot lately. So something that is calling you at this time is the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel, can represent good luck and and all of that, but definitely the wheel represents a cycle. And I see it as this cycle of, struggle and content. In every experience, of people around the earth, there are periods where we're doing really good, everything's great, we're excited, we're celebrating, and then there's periods where things are not going well, and we're very unhappy, and we're just like, oh my God, I can't believe this, But what's calling you at this time is the recognition, the realization that no matter what aspect of the wheel you're in, you are well, right? So I feel like you're being called on to be hopeful, to be strong, to be patient, and to realize that there's ups and downs. There's, a period where you're going to be doing well, and then a period where things might be shaky, and then it'll go up and around, and this is the way that things are, right? The wheel is the number 10, so that's also completion. So that can represent completion of a cycle. And maybe you're being called to recognize that something is coming to an end so that you can move forward and move on to a new thing. Why do you need to do what's calling you at this time or move towards that calling? We got the Hangman. So why you're being called at this time to recognize the Wheel of Fortune is because the Hangman is representing that you've been stuck for a while. So my loves, if you want to get unstuck, you need to be aware of the cycles of life. You need to have patience, hope, and allow something to pass away, because in allowing it to pass away and making a choice so that you're not stuck in stasis and not moving, when you do that, it brings it kind of goes from this, maybe this plateau where things are just like blah, there's no movement, you don't understand, but it kind of tips the wheel so that your fortune can come. Yeah, I would say this is on point to my situation right now, because I was really upset by a situation in my life, and it wasn't until I decided to move forward, and really just make a clear decision, that things started moving forward in my life in a direction where I was just like, yeah, I can deal with this. This makes me happier, and feel better. So those are the first two. Like I told you, I still have a pile of cards. You can check the description box, because the link to the rest of the reading will be there. You can go to my website and purchase it, and then please, please, please send me messages, leave me comments, and let me know if this indeed resonates with you. And then, it gives you a sense of if I would be someone you would consider, getting a reading from, right? So now you get a peep. I hope this worked for you. Even if you choose not to buy it, that's fine. I still hope it's been helpful. And I just ask that you visit my website, that you sign up for email subscriptions, that you donate if you feel to, whatever. I'm hoping that my channel and all I do is an inspiration to you, and that it uplifts your spirits. That's what I want. Have a great day, guys. Bye.